Billy Hogan here, VIP Boxing, down at the No Limits Gym in Liverpool. And I want to chat to Mr. Jamie Devine. Jamie, how are you doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm
good to see you again.
I didn't get a chance to catch up with you after your last performance, which was another very, very good performance, mate. One that I've just been watching you today on the pads with your coach, Dan Whittle, and you can see what you were talking about, this educated pressure that you've been doing.
Educated pressure, yeah. All the hours in the gym, mate, yeah, paying off.
It looks so natural now, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, you've always had, since day one, when we first watched you on our shows, you've always had a very pleasing style.
Yeah.
But we've seen it fine-tuned. We was talking before, and we mentioned about one of your early fights where you'd caught a kid very early on in the round. I can't remember, Joshua Fasu something. And I'd seen him on other shows, and again, like you, when you see the records and they're not brilliant, you think they're rubbish.
Yeah.
And they're not. But you put him down in the first round.
I think I put him down too early, and obviously I blew him a load in the first round. But you live
it wasn't just the first round, because you went balls out in the first and second round.
I emptied the tank, didn't I? And obviously you learn from your mistakes, and obviously my last fight I'd done the same again, but it's about just keeping that pressure on, the educated pressure, being in that distance, but not in that distance, if you know what I mean.
I just spoke to you about it before. You do it, you know, when you say to kids, head movement, you know, because you walk in straight lines and, you know, you're getting popped on the nose. You've got this head movement, it's all natural. Just the way you creep forward and the way you get inside people, and the way you let your hands go and the way you step round, it's just very, very pleasing to watch. And it's really nice to see how it's been fine-tuned since, you know, because it's only just over 2 years since you made your debut,
coming
isn't
up to 2 years. Thanks for that compliment, mate, I appreciate that. But like I said, I've always been a come-forward fighter, but just the final little tweaks, isn't it now? Just little movements, like you said, head movements, keeping the pressure on, being in that distance, making them think twice about throwing.
Well, you do tire people out.
Yeah.
With your pressure.
Yeah.
You know, because you push people.
About being a big presence, isn't it? Being in your face, but not in your face, isn't it? Yeah. Making them think twice about throwing, like I keep saying. Yeah.
And then when you make a miss, you also make them pay straight away. So very, very pleasing. We're not sure about your opponent, because you're back out for fight number 8 on July the 5th in Wigan, a place you've not been to before, Robin Park, but a place we've been to many times.
Little away day.
A little away day for you, but on a good show, because there's 4 very talented lads down there from Wigan. Hopefully they're going to sell the place out. We've got a few, 3 of you from Liverpool, your stablemate who's not here today, Lucas Doob, and a kid called Anthony Welsh, who had a very good debut at the place where you had your last fight.
It's a big card, isn't it? And like I said before, I'm just grateful that VIP are keeping me busy.
It's not so much a big card, but if you look back, it's one of those cards where I think if you look back in about 3 or 4 years' time, you'll go, bloody hell, look at all the people that was on that card. Because I think there's at least 5 or 6 of them that will definitely go a long way.
World champions.
Yeah, I think you might be one of them. And I just spoke to you, my boss, your manager, Steve Wood, and he believes that if you come through this fight on the 5th, the way that we hope you're going to come through, because as I just said, every performance has been very good, but your last 2 have been exceptional. If you come through this, he feels, because you're not a baby, even though you look like one, even if you try and hide it with that beard. You always say
this to me, Lee.
But even if you do try and hide it with that beard, you know, you're 28, are you?
28, yeah, no spring chicken, am I? And I want to be tested, mate, to be honest. I've been in the game long enough now. Look after my body, like I don't just do camps, I live in the gym all year round, mate, and like my weight's always bang on. And I'm big, fit for the weights, do you know what I mean? So I'm ready for these step-ups, mate. Yeah, I'm more than ready, and I want this. I want this more than anything. If you come through this and
you move to 8-0, will this be your 3rd 6th rounder, is it?
Second, it is.
Second 6th rounder.
It was meant to be my 3rd, but
yeah, because it got dropped to 4 when you boxed just before Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the one, mate.
Yeah. So this is going to be your second 6th rounder. So if you come through this, even though you never completed it because you stopped him in the 5th last time, that Garcia. But like you say, it was the way you went about it, because as you mentioned before, you dropped him early on.
Yeah.
You didn't blow a gasket, but you kept the pressure on him continuously, and that was a hard night's work for that kid.
Yeah, it was.
When the referee stood in, he wasn't arguing, was he?
Like I said, it was just about waiting for the right moment, wasn't it? I knew it was going to come, But obviously all these extra hours in the gym with Dan, it's obviously paying off.
Do you think also the extra rounds?
Extra rounds, I definitely think that, mate. Obviously, the longer the fight goes on, the better you are going to see off me, because I'm a fit and strong lad, like I keep saying.
Because if you would have had an extra couple of rounds in a few of those 4-rounders,
yeah, definitely would have been stoppages. Yeah, I agree, mate. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it isn't. It's exciting, and like I say, your manager believes, come through this, then why can't you go for an area title?
Definitely headline the show Liverpool before the end of the year. That's what I want. Obviously, not overlooking any opponent. Get this next fella out the way.
We can, because we haven't got one yet.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We will have one.
Get this next fella out of the way, yeah, and obviously sit down with my team. But yeah, that's what I want, mate. I want these bigger fights. I want these 50-50 fights, and you will see the best of me, 100%.
Well, like I say, always very pleasing. And you've stopped a couple of people that, like I say, that last opponent, come over there with a winning record. Yeah. We had no idea.
Yeah, he was tough and big for the weight himself.
Yeah,
wasn't
he was. And in Mexican, we know Mexicans bring toughness in abundance. And and I remember in Blackpool when you had a little weight trip, you got your first stoppage there, wasn't
Carl
it?
Sampson,
against Carl Sampson. We were thinking all of been stopped once before, and that was on a cut.
From a cut, yeah.
You know, so realistically, you're making a little bit of a name for yourself, and also one that Steve's always very pleased to watch.
Yeah, good. I want to be an entertaining fighter. That's the business we're in at the end of the day, innit? So I want to be one to watch, mate, for the future, and hopefully by the end of the year I will have a belt round my waist.
Do you know something? I've no doubt. No doubt, mate. But like I say, as you said before, can't overlook July the 5th at Wigan.
Stepping stones, yeah.
Hopefully you'll go to 8-0, and maybe we'll have news then after that of. Because we returned back to Liverpool twice after the summer break.
Okay, yeah.
Not sure of the dates, but I know we're back at Grand Central Hall.
That's good news for me.
Maybe we go back there with you headlining it in your first title fight.
Definitely, that's what we want, isn't it?
A little smile on your face.
Yeah.
Listen, good luck with the rest of camp. I know it's nearly finished. You've only got last few hard days of training, and it's rest and recover. But we'll see you on the 5th. Louis going to say win number 8 to you.
Definitely, mate. Yeah, look forward to it.
All right, kiddo.
Thanks,
See you then, mate.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.